will bet you that you
Bet me.
haven't won.
Take that bet. I'll take that bet.
Okay.
The bet is 1.
Okay.
All right, we'll bet. I don't have any cavities.
I have nothing to give you.
As well as I also have nothing to give you. But it's a bet. You're on. There's no cavities in here. You would fill the cavity. I don't feel any cavities.
No, you do not always feel
You
cavities.
do feel the cavities.
Absolutely not.
You absolutely feel the cavities, Jessica.
When I was a young tot,
Okay.
I had a dentist who I loved because they gave you ice cream on your way out. They
What?
had a frozen
That-
yogurt machine. And they were the best. And they told me that I had no cavities. I switched dentists from the pediatric dentist to my family's dentist. And I go for the first time, maybe like 4th grade. Sit down in that chair. I have 9 cavities.
Yeah, from all the damn
Because
ice
I've been
cream.
eating ice cream every time I've gone to the dentist. They had to do them in 2 parts. Because they can't fill 9 cavities on a child. I would have died.
Wait, were they? And they were big people teeth? They weren't little people teeth?
They must have been. Do you
What?
get? No, I think they were little people teeth.
Oh, why are we filling
I
cavities
don't
on
know.
little
That's
people?
a really good question.
Let them-
But I just remember the best part of the day was then I got to go get more ice cream. My mom took me to Gunther Tootie's for a chocolate milkshake afterwards to reward me for my pain. She should have punished me for my bad brushing habits.
You just let the child baby teeth rot out of their mouth, I thought. At least that's what I remember the kids with the bad teeth doing in elementary school. They just
So it must have been after.
yeah, it has to be after.
Wow.
My guess. Or
Imagine
you
in
just shouldn't
all
let
of
the
this,
teeth rot out.
Imagine with everything going on with the Grizzlies that I willingly went to a dentist appointment on Friday. I'm sorry, Dr. Whitmore. You're canceled.
You're canceling your dentist.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna go sit in a dentist chair before I have to go see another NBA Cup game. Do you know what Friday nights at this place have been like?
I mean, this HBCU night on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah.
For the Cup?
So please don't poop on the black people coming
I
through.
would never.
Are you sure? Because
It's
you're doing a good
HBCU
job
night.
of it.
Well, I'm not gonna go to the dentist, so I'm gonna be fresh.
Oh,
That's the point.
'Cause
My whole point.
You got big things to do HBCU night.
Exactly. Yes, very, very important things. What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, November 5th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass coming up on today's show. It is another Grizzlies game day. The Houston Rockets are in town. Grizzlies trying to put an end to a 3-game losing streak. We will talk about tonight's festivities. First college football playoff rankings came out last night. Memphis not in them, but would still make the playoff if it started tomorrow. We'll get into that. NBA trade deadline was an exciting one. DeAngelo Williams will join us as he does every Wednesday. Never know what we'll chat with DeAngelo about. And then we'll do some WTF stories. Tom Brady cloned his dog. I repeat, Tom Brady cloned his dog. We'll also talk about which college football stadium sells the most alcohol. An update on the monkeys that escaped the truck in Mississippi last week. It'll be a fun one. It's a Wednesday. You know what we say. If you can make it through Wednesday, you can make it through the week. You didn't even fight me.
Because I don't have any fight left.
191 Collabs, presented by Pinnacle Financial Partners, brings Grizz Nation hyper-local Grizz gear from Memphis designers. The next drop is the top-notch collection from proud Memphian Brandon Hobbs and his clothing brand M-Town Merch. The homage to Memphis culture, classic sportswear, and elevated street style is only available at the Grizzlies Den on Friday, November 7th when the Grizzlies host the Dallas Mavericks. Get your tickets today at grizzlies.com/tickets or visit the FedEx Forum box office.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Southland Casino Hotel is helping you navigate to Santa. Win your share of over $550,000 in free play and a brand new Lincoln. Here Comes Santa takes flight on Saturday, November 1st, when you can begin earning entries. And don't forget the grand finale drawings on Saturday, November 29th and Saturday, December 27th to win a share of over $40,000 in free play or a brand new Lincoln. Win big during Here Comes Santa, only at Southland Casino Hotel.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling of having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. We have made it to the middle of our week. We have made it to another Grizzlies game day. Grizzlies Rockets tonight at FedEx Forum. It has been a week, CJ, and it's only Wednesday. I mean, I think we could say, like, what's in a week? Why do we got to talk about it from a Monday through Sunday kind of deal?
What's in a week is 7 days.
But if we went like a 5-day period, okay. It has been a 5 days. This is a Wednesday that feels like another Friday. That's a work week. Yes.
It feels like a Friday to you?
No, it actually feels like a Thursday.
You're tired enough for it to be a Friday.
I think so.
Gotcha,
I think the city is a little tired. I would like to pass out chill pills.
Ooh.
In a very non-pusher kind of way.
Well,
but I just want to make sure.
Your chill pill pusher.
The metaphoric chill pill, if it is. It really has been a week. But between the national noise and the local noise, I know it's been a lot. I personally sat down and watched Paddington, the movie, last night. No. Yes. Do you know, do you know what it takes to be watching a cartoon bear on a Tuesday night in November?
Put some respect on Paddington, because I bet Paddington was incredible.
So apparently Paddington 2 is one of the best movies ever. Yes. I had to watch Paddington 1 so that we could eventually get to Paddington 2. Paddington 1 was lovely. Nicole Kidman shows up and has no business being that good in that movie. It's a fun movie. It's an adorable movie. At one point, I stood up and said, I would die for this bear. And I was like, wow, we have hit an interesting point in the season, 8 games in. But I would recommend, watch a fun movie, go outside, touch some grass, and come down to FedEx Forum tonight for Grizzlies Rockets. Get your tickets, because it is another opportunity for the Grizzlies to protect home court and for the Grizzlies to turn this thing around. Like in the NBA, you always have another game on the horizon, and you always have another chance to change up the narrative. And the Grizzlies have a big one tonight, because this is a Houston Rockets team that's, yes.
Why is that the
Shohei
third?
Ohtani does it again.
Is there a reason why did I mess something up?
You know, the season's over, but I wouldn't be surprised if Shohei Ohtani did it again. Oh, he's playing for the Grizzlies tonight.
Turn up.
Thrilling. It's a new special thing where if you've had a bad week, you get to just insert Shohei Ohtani into the lineup for a hot second. See how it works. See if he can thrive in another sport. the Houston Rockets are 4-2. And they've got size. They have all the size. They have Kevin Durant, Amen Thompson, Alperen Şengün. They've been very, very good this season. If you're looking at their injury report for perhaps a gift for the Grizzlies, Jabari Smith is questionable. Steven Adams is questionable. Jabari didn't play against the Mavs in the Rockets' last game, which was played on Monday night. The Rockets lost their first 2 games of the season by a combined 5 points, so they were very close games. And then they proceeded to rattle off their next 3 wins by a combined point differential of 73. So they got real good, real quick. They most recently beat the Mavs 110-102. They are the number 1 offense in the NBA this season. They are the 7th best defense. They are the number 2 net ranked team. They're shooting the 3-ball close to an NBA record at 42%, and they're second in rebounds. So, in terms of categories the Grizzlies have had some difficulties of their own with, and they did win the rebounding battle the other night against the Pistons. They just couldn't get some big ones down the stretch. But obviously, three-point shooting has not been a positive for this team at this point in the season. And if you're trading 3s with 2s, mathematically that can be a difficult thing to overcome. But this is a real chance against a formidable team, a good Western Conference team, for the Grizzlies to come in and try to shake things up, CJ.
Hey, listen, it's a good game to see where you are. You enjoy
a measuring
playing.
stick.
Yeah, that's what we call them. You enjoy playing these games because all right, this team. Yeah, Daryl is on one in the chat. This team is really, really good, and we are still trying to figure some stuff out. Let's go out there and see if we can match them. Let's go out there and see how close to good, how close to great we are. And I would expect everybody from a competitive standpoint, a competitor standpoint, to want to embrace this moment, if for no other reason than to show, okay, I'm either close to greatness or I'm a bit better than what this team is right now. And so it's going to be a fun game from that standpoint. And also, there's so many sports going on. I don't know if you know this or not, but women's basketball was popping last night. UConn, and was it UConn Louisville?
Paige was there.
Yeah, Paige was there. So I sat down and watched that before tennis. And then when I got back from tennis, I made it home just in time to see the Magic and the Hawks game, see Desmond Bain.
Did you see Desmond Bain get ejected?
I walked in the door as Desmond Bain threw dude to the ground and then pointed at the other guy.
He threw the ball off of him.
Well, he didn't know if it was going to be a foul or not. He threw it to try and bounce it off of him going out of bounds.
Watch this.
But
Desmond Bain,
drag
a man down and then just make a little emphasis on it.
That's a foul. And the point at the end was like, all right, Des.
Frustrations are everywhere.
You might need to chill out.
So you're telling me the Grizzlies aren't the only frustrated team at this early point in the season?
No. But also, I'm telling you, with all the sports happening,
yes,
I have not had a chance to see the Rockets play since opening night. And so I'm looking forward to seeing them get back out there. Looking forward to seeing them play again this time in person. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Tari Eason's been in that starting lineup. He makes all the threes. It's an opportunity for not just the Grizzlies, but let's be honest, specifically the Grizzlies stars to make a point. Jaren Jackson Jr. needs to have a big game. Although Jaren is coming off back-to-back 20-plus point games, and he has scored in double figures in every game this season.
But
it has not felt...
There it is.
Like a true Jaren takeover of a game, especially on the offensive end. The game against the Pistons, he got hot from 3. He made some big threes, but I want to see Jaren bowling. I want to see Jaren bowling people and getting to the basket, taking advantage of being a walking mismatch at different times within a game. John Morant had a double-double in the last game, but then we didn't talk a whole lot about it because everything got focused on the comments. And he has now posted to Instagram. He posted pictures of him in Memphis. He used the bear emoji. He used a blue heart emoji. I'm going to take that as we're good. We're moving on. An opportunity to perform on the court against a big team and a team that doesn't have a point guard right now, right? That was one of the concerns for the Rockets going into this year. And granted, it hasn't turned into a true struggle for them early in the season. So much of their offense has run through Alperen Şengün, and they just have so many scoring options. The fact that against the Mavs the other night, Kevin Durant is your 3rd best scorer speaks volumes to why the Rockets have been able to put together the number 1 offense in the NBA. But it is an opportunity for Ja to remind all, Hey, it really helps when you have a superstar point guard who can run this thing. And the Grizzlies bench, we'll see if there's a difference in the starting lineup. I wouldn't necessarily expect it, but I know the calls continue to get louder and louder from fans and people who watch from a standpoint of when is Cedric Coward going to have a chance to start for this team. Maybe it's tonight. Maybe you shake it up.
Jacob asked, we were talking about this in our pre-show meeting yesterday, if I remember correctly, Jacob, either yesterday or Monday. And I said, if it was me, just me, reckless, just me running the NBA team, I said that I'd let him get through one game against everybody in the West and see what it all looks like and what it all feels like. And then after he does that, I'd go about starting him. And we look through the schedule. I think they will have played everybody in the West by December 23rd. So December 23rd, whoever they play then is the last team they'll play for the first time this season in the West. And then boom, from that point forward, I think you can say, all right, let's go ahead and start him. That would also be about midway through the season as well. He'll have a feel for what his body needs and the mentality you have to have out there on the court as well. I just don't want to throw him into the fire before he's ready. Listen, he's having a really good season this year.
Many young players have been ruined.
And you don't want to do that. He's coming off playing 6 games in a year. So last year. So let him get his
between
feet a little bit
preseason
wetter.
and this, he's doubled the amount of games he played in the college basketball
Let him get a
season.
bit more experience and then do that. But yeah, you're right. You could throw him out there. This will be a great measuring stick game for him in that they are as long and as athletic with their length as he is. So let's see what that looks like if you can keep up with the other Thompson twins and the rest of the dudes out there on the court.
I want to see Omax tonight. Give me some Omax minutes.
You got to run Omax.
You got to. This is an Omax game.
I mean,
you are looking for athletes.
That's it.
That is Omax Prosper. We'll see if we see Charles Bassey tonight. I think this is the end of his first 10-day, and then it'll be a situation
where... But they'll give him
a
second 10-day, won't they?
Unless Zach Edey is closer than originally expected. But if it's going to be another 10, then Zach Edey stays on the injury report. You still have 4 players on. You can use that hardship exemption, and you could sign Charles Bassey
Refresh my memory. What is Landale? Is he a full roster?
He's a full roster.
Full roster. Okay.
Yeah, full roster. But that would... When Zach Edey comes back, it gives Landale the opportunity to bump into the bench unit. And I think we have seen some successful run, truly, of Jock Landale as a backup center, running with the reserves, running with the bench group. So that'll be interesting. The Grizzlies stay interesting. At bare minimum, this is an interesting team. They are a relevant team. Their game against the Spurs later this month got flexed onto NBC. NBC was supposed to have the Pistons-Hawks game, and Trae Young is dealing with an injury right now. A lot of injuries around the league, too. So that's not sometimes you're sucked into Grizzly zone, and you're like, we're the only team with injuries. We're the only team with drama. It's everywhere. Trae Young's hurt. I saw Zion Williamson's hurt, and all the drama in New Orleans happening at the same time. But Spurs-Grizzlies on November 18th is going to be on primetime NBC. So Victor Wembanyama, blockbuster. Grizzlies, blockbuster of their own. It'll be Grizzlies-Rockets tonight at FedEx Forum. The other big Memphis-related news last night, the first college football playoff rankings came out. Memphis not ranked. Memphis not ranked in the first college football playoff rankings. Were you surprised that they didn't make the top 25?
Yeah, I was
too.
surprised, but I get it. I understand. Your best win is USF? Arkansas with a loss to UAB?
And your USF win is damaged goods because they lost to Miami, who has taken a tumble in their ACC thing. What I realized in looking at this top 25, both from the Memphis being absent from it, no group of 5 team within it, but they have this new metrics system that they're using this season with the playoff committee, or they're really emphasizing this record strength metric, which is supposed to give you a deeper reason of why a team is slotted where it is, and putting a greater emphasis on wins over quality opponents while minimizing the reward for beating with teams with sub-500 records. And quality opponent is something that is very difficult for non-power conference teams to chase. And so it's a bummer. I would have loved to see Memphis in the first college football playoff rankings. It ultimately doesn't matter this year, because if the playoffs started tomorrow, guess who's in it? Memphis. ESPN put out their predicted playoff bracket as the ratings would make it today, and Memphis would be the 12 seed because they would be the team selected as the best of the non-power conference teams. So right now, like, sure, you can make the argument that the committee is waiting to see how it shakes out between Memphis, between North Texas, South Florida. But what I realized in them not putting them in the rankings is they're not giving them an iota of like extra credibility. And I think we're going to see a situation where when this thing expands to 16 teams, because it is going to expand to 16 teams, and it's probably going to happen soon, maybe 2027, there is going to be a real avalanche of response of the non-power conferences should not have a guaranteed spot.
I don't think that they can pass that because in order to do that, you need every conference to, or you need a certain number of conferences to vote in approval. And the non-power conferences, are they 5 or are they 6? I can't remember.
5.
Okay, so the group of 5, that's 5 conferences.
Are they 4? Is the better question.
What do you mean, are they 4?
Well, it's Big 10, SEC, ACC, Big 12.
No, I'm talking about the
I'm
non-power.
sorry, the non-power.
Because we know who's dictating how this goes. We know that the SEC and the Big Ten are dictating to everybody the terms and conditions of this. But that's still only one vote. And the fear is they split. But the other fear is from the Big Ten SEC side of things is, hey, if we split, we have to run this. And do we have the infrastructure to do so? Can we do it well? We don't want to just do it and then do it poorly and then take a step back towards everybody else. So it's a real precarious situation where everybody kind of needs the other one. The Big Ten and SEC need the other conferences, and the other conferences aren't going to expand without some form of inclusion of the non-powers. That it's fine until the Big Ten and SEC look around and say, okay, we can do this on our own. And then it becomes a problem. And it won't just be the group of 5s being left out. It'll be everybody but those conferences. It'll be the Big 12 and the ACC also being left out. The ACC, throw it back up, who I think their top team is 14th,
No,
15th?
it's Virginia at 14.
So you're looking at a top 12 that centers around Big 10, SEC, and Notre Dame. And then you look up and insert the ACC team just outside of that. That's the thing that's to be concerned. That is what that's why they want to expand, because you're going to have Virginia get in, which means, refresh my memory, Oklahoma and Texas both left out.
Correct.
Like that's what's going to lead to the expansion. It's not Memphis getting in. It's the ACC or the Big 12 champion that is outside of the top 12 getting in.
But I promise you, if they have this group of, or the non-power automatic qualifier, group of whatever, as a 20 seed or higher, so 20 to 25 in the final rankings, even if eventually they're like, okay, bless you, here's your ranking for winning your conference, so it doesn't look as bad that we're having to make you the 12 seed in this situation. If they go and get absolutely smoked out by whoever they play in the first round, there will be a loud chorus. And as the money gets greater, the power gets greater, and it will be the most powerful voices saying, why are we foregoing a spot for another one of our teams, for one of these other schools to have the chance to go in and play in a non-competitive game? And then, listen, that's the last thing I want to happen. But even with Boise State last year, Boise State was ranked 9th, and they got killed. Or not 9th, they were the 9th seed, and they got killed by Penn State. It wasn't a competitive game.
I think that you've got to value from a school standpoint. Yeah, the fans and the pundits will be making those arguments. But if you throw the bracket back up, Jacob, it's Georgia playing Memphis. That means Georgia gets an extra home game. That because it's a campus site. That means Georgia gets to make more money because of that game. And they get to say, theoretically speaking, hey, we won at least one playoff game this year, right? That was the thing about the Boise State Penn State thing.
Right, and Boise was the 4 seed. They were ranked 9th.
They were 4 seed. They were ranked 9th. There was a home game in there. And when you get a home game, an extra home game that matters and a way to bring your fan base back in, that matters to schools and that matters to the conferences by extension. So, yes, the SEC and Big Ten want more teams in, but they also enjoy getting an additional home game and then everybody feeling good after that home game.
Were there any other rankings that surprised you?
Well, No, just something to keep an eye on.
Tennessee staying in at 25. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No.
I'm more interested in Texas still having a genuine path to a spot in the playoff.
USC having a genuine path to the playoff.
We're not doing
Jessica.
this.
They
We're not
do.
doing this.
They do.
We're not doing this.
It's there. I don't know why not. Thought it was interesting. Ohio State, Indiana 1-2.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Three Big Ten teams, 4 SEC teams in the 12 team bracket so far. Yeah, it is. It's going to be good. I
Oregon
can't wait to see
dinged
it.
a bit. Their biggest win being the Penn State game, which we all know what happened to Penn State. They broke. Maybe they should get credit for literally breaking Penn State.
I think when you break a
team, you should get a bonus point.
Yeah.
What metric is that for the College Football Playoff Committee? We'll take a quick break. We will come back on the other side. NFL trade deadline was a real busy one. We'll do the biggest moves around the NFL yesterday. We might even get to Tom Brady's clone dog early. We'll get into all of it after a quick break.
Calling all collectors! Topps NBA basketball trading cards are back. It's available in the Grizzlies Den by Fanatics and online at Topps.com. Rip into bold color parallels, electric inserts, relics, and autographed cards from today's biggest stars and the next gen talent. Look out for rookie cards of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, plus Grizzlies favorites John Morant, Jalen Wells, and so many more. You don't want to miss this drop. Grab your set before it's gone.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Check this out. Last season in the NBA, there were 139 40-point games. We're like 5 days in, 6 days in, and we have had 16 already. It is on pace for over 300 40-point games.
Holy crap. Sheesh.
That would be the pace.
Yeah.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
Why make friends when you can make millions? Watch as 456 contestants compete for the $4.5 million cash prize on Squid Game, The Challenge. Watch it now, streaming only on Netflix. Wrapping up the Memphis college football playoff conversation, because it was worth noting, Memphis just has to win out. Memphis-Tulane, big game coming up on Friday night. We'll get into it more when we get into our regaos, I'm sure, later on this week. But Memphis absolutely controls its path to the college football playoff, which is an exciting place to be sitting on November 5th. It was a busy NFL trade deadline, a real busy NFL trade deadline yesterday. The biggest moves, I would say, both came courtesy of the Jets, starting with them trading Sauce Gardner early in the day to the Indianapolis Colts for 2 firsts and Adonai Mitchell. Colts are going for it. They make a bold move on the defensive side of the ball, and a move that, to me, says, we think we can maybe win this thing. AFC's number 1 seed right now. Their defense is ranked 7th, but their pass defense has been a little shaky. They're 26th against the pass, so you add Sauce Gardner, and that is a big upgrade. He is one of the best cornerbacks in the league since he came into the league. He's 25. He's under contract through 2030. But bottom line, the Colts think that they can be good enough to make a swing on a player like Sauce to change their defense. Someone who can make a big playmaker come postseason. And that is an odd thing, to add a new team into the mix of AFC contenders who really feel like they have a shot this year.
Yeah, man, and it's 7-2 right now is where they sit. They get a top-notch corner, one of the top 5 cornerbacks in the league. I just can't believe in a team led by Daniel Jones. I just can't. And so I understand pushing all your chips in and saying, hey, or pushing a bunch of your chips in and saying, hey, we've got the best offensive line. We've got one of the best running backs. We've got one of the best front sevens to shore up the back half of the defense. And let's make a legit push for this thing. It's just hard for me to envision a team with Daniel Jones as the signal caller, because in the playoffs, one of these games is going to come down to, all right, your defense couldn't get a drive. You've got a minute and a half to get downfield in scoring range. You're starting from your 20 and go. And I just don't think Daniel Jones is that type of a quarterback. But it's good to see. It's good to see that they're saying, we're not going to leave this up to chance. If we're going to make this push, we're going to push as hard as we can with as good an option as we have. And listen, draft picks are great, but winning it right now is better. It's fun to see them go all in.
You know who I believe in?
Who?
Shane Steichen. It's one of the reasons I believed in Anthony Richardson when it first came to be his chance. It was more a belief in how Shane Steichen can run an offense. And what do you need? Anthony Richardson was a mistake-prone quarterback. Daniel Jones can make that 5-yard pass. Daniel Jones can do enough to not screw it up. And that can be the most important thing when you have the weapons that he has, the run game that you have with Jonathan Taylor leading the way, and then if you fortify that with a good defense, those are the teams that find a way to just win. So I believe in Shane Steichen, and
gotta take care
Indiana
of the football.
Jones.
Can't have 5-6 turnovers.
Well, and we just saw a game against the Steelers,
right.
So we can
gotta
put a little
take
bit
care
of
the
a
ball.
cool
But you're right. As long as he takes care of the ball, they're as good as anybody.
Jets also gave Quinnen Williams to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for a 2027 first, 2026 second, and defensive tackle Maisie Smith. The Jets now have 2 firsts in the next 2 drafts, so they're clearly going all in on the rebuild. Maybe they can finally find a quality quarterback, and they'll probably ruin him, but they'll at least try. And I at least appreciate that they know what they're doing, and they are making steps to get to that point of a rebuild. The Cowboys, this season, everything they do is going to be held up and observed in the I can't believe they traded away Micah Parsons lens. And Quinnen Williams is great. He's one of the best defensive tackles in the league. And the Cowboys have given up the second amount of points in the NFL this season. So this should help. But you look at how they got 2 firsts for Micah Parsons, and now they have sent a first and a second, and they get Quinnen Williams. They also got Logan Wilson from the Bengals.
Who wasn't
Does it
playing.
measure up? Who wasn't playing?
Yeah. You could say, all right, this guy is worse than Micah, but most of the defensive players are going to be. But he is a whole lot cheaper, and we still have first-round early draft picks because of the Micah Parsons trade, right? Like, you can say that as a way to justify it. I don't know how much better it's going to make this defense, because this defense is really, really bad. It's bad, not just from a scoring points allowed standpoint, but from a run game standpoint and a pressure standpoint. Maybe Williams comes in and helps out with that tremendously. But we'll see. We'll see. They had to do something, though. They couldn't just stay bad at defense all season long, like abysmal, almost historically bad.
3-5-1. It's almost over.
Is it?
It feels almost over.
It feels like it, but if we go and look at the standings, is it over?
No, technically,
no, and not just technically. Who's pulling away with this thing? Right. You say, all right, the Eagles are good. Say, all right, the Rams are good. Say, okay, the Lions are good. Are you saying the Packers as well? F it, the Packers are good.
The Bucks.
They're going to get in because of that division.
Sure.
So now let's talk about the teams fighting for the wild card spot. This move keep you on pace with the Bears? The Commanders are down their quarterback. So like, what do we the 49ers?
All those NFC North teams.
You'll take the Vikings?
Maybe.
And the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got
and the Niners.
And the Niners.
They should get Brock Purdy back.
Listen, I keep Brock Purdy where the hell Brock Purdy at. So,
were any of the other moves interesting to you? I like Shaheed to the Seahawks.
That's a good one.
Because it gives JNS a true number 2. Like Cooper Kupp just hasn't.
Yeah. No.
At this point in his career, that is not who he is, and this allows them to have a real, true 1-2 punch at receiver for Sam Darnold.
I think the Jets have decided, hey, we just want draft picks. Are we going to make the right pick? Probably not. Are we going to develop them? Probably not. But if we've got enough picks, one of them has got to hit. And the most interesting thing to me is the fact that the Titans did little, if anything. That's the one that's most interesting to me. Teresa and I went back and forth about this last week, and I'm sure we'll go back and forth again about it this week. But it just doesn't make sense to me. You've got somebody who is coveted by NFL teams. That could have been what the Cowboys gave for Quentin Williams.
It could have been
that could have
Simmons.
been that could have been Simmons. That could have been what you got for him. You got to have good players on the roster. Okay, what good is a good player on roster when your team is bad? Like how valuable is that good player? I don't understand that. So why not draft somebody young with the potential to be good when you're good? Right? Like that's my mindset. And if you've struggled identifying talent in the NFL draft and developing talent in the NFL draft, just get as many picks as you can. Right? And just start throwing poop at the wall, man. One of these things got to hit. One of them's got to hit, but you've got to have the draft capital to be able to go out there and make it hit. Also, with the addition of the picks, that means that you can go out there and get you a player at a position of need. You can go out there, as the record scratches, you can go out there and get you, if in the Jets case, you got all those first round picks. If you see a quarterback that you like on another team, you've got the capital to go out there and acquire that. If you're the Titans and you got your quarterback, well, now you've got, with a trade that brings in picks, now you've got the capital to go out there and get you some of the top end talent in the NFL. You don't have to wait and try and pitch yourself to a free agent. You can just go out there and trade for it. Look at what the 49ers were able to do in going out there and getting Christian McCaffrey. Think about what the Rams were doing to go out there and get Matthew Stafford. So I just don't get what the Titans are right now, what they're trying to do.
No one gets what the Titans are. The Titans just are. And that's a dangerous place to
Jacob,
be.
they had the most cap space a few years ago, and they signed who they signed, Jacob? They signed a receiver who doesn't catch the football anymore. Okay. All right, Jacob. Okay, Jacob. Nobody playing for the Titans has been really good.
Arguing
Nobody playing for the Titans has been really good.
You can have 1,000 draft picks. None of them will be better than Jeffrey Simmons. That is Jacob's point.
What good is a good Jeffrey Simmons? He's
hold him hostage per Jacob.
Like, you got to get something. You got to get something for these dudes while you can.
Before we get to DeAngelo,
most cap space in the NFL, and they went out there and got Calvin Ridley. How good has he been for him?
We will save Tom Brady cloning his dog for WTF, because that's a tease. You said you watched some women's college basketball last night. Did you watch any of the Duke-Texas game?
No.
Cameron Boozer, because we're keeping track of all the hot potential draft picks of next year. He had his first double-double. Freshman debut at Duke, 15 points, 13 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists, a block. You know someone has all the hype in the world when a 3 of 12 shooting game is being billed as, that's the best bad shooting game I've seen in a while. This guy's a winner. He is awesome. Like, I love watching Cameron Boozer play basketball. He had a hell of a dunk last night against Texas. It was a bad start and a good finish for him. And if 15 and 13 is a bad game for a freshman, you are in for a treat, because that means you only go up if that's your bad game, and that's still pretty darn good. He had 0 points in the first half, all 15 of them coming in the second half last night in a win. We will take a break. We'll come back. DeAngelo Williams is going to join us on the other side. We never know what we'll chat with DeAngelo about. We'll find out after a quick break.
Jacob and Calvin Ridley.
191 Collabs, presented by Pinnacle Financial Partners, brings Grizz Nation hyper-local Grizz gear from Memphis designers. The next drop is the top-notch collection from proud Memphian Brandon Hobbs and his clothing brand M-Town Merch. The homage to Memphis culture, classic sportswear, and elevated street style is only available at the Grizzlies Den on Friday, November 7th, when the Grizzlies host the Dallas Mavericks. Get your tickets today at grizzlies.com/tickets or visit the FedEx Forum box office.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
It's early, but top 4 in win shares 8 minutes in the NBA right now. Cedric Coward is in that group. Do you want to know who else is in it?
Who?
Victor Wembanyama, Luka Doncic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like that company.
That means the American player with the highest win share per 48 minutes, Grizz rookie Cedric Coward.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. The Grizzlies are the one thing everyone in the family can agree on. So join us every Sunday this season for Sunday Family Fun Days. It's a steal at just $35 and includes a ticket to the game, a $10 food voucher, post-game free throws on the court, and a meet and greet with mascot Grizz. Space is limited, so grab your tickets now for this unique experience your family won't soon forget. Go to grizzlies.com/Sunday and have a fun day.
Calling all collectors! Topps NBA basketball trading cards are back. It's available in the Grizzlies Den by Fanatics and online at Topps.com. Rip into bold color parallels, electric inserts, relics, and autographed cards from today's biggest stars and the next-gen talent. Look out for rookie cards of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, plus Grizzlies favorites John Morant, Jalen Wells, and so many more. You don't want to miss this drop. Grab your set before it's gone.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday. That means it's time to catch up with DeAngelo Williams. He joins us every Wednesday. He joins us now. DeAngelo, how are you out on the farm in some fall foliage?
Yes, I am. And I'm really excited because We get some Friday night lights tomorrow. I am very excited. I'm going to tell you how excited. Yes. I mean,
it's unfortunately Wednesday. I really wish Friday was tomorrow.
I'm saying that because that let me see how I can say this. That game day that we didn't get,
yes,
we can have that on Friday.
Okay.
We can have that on Friday. So much, because I could have came to the game, and I didn't come to the game. And the reason why I didn't come to the game is because I want to see how we look on national TV.
Okay, I hear that.
The reason why I say that is because you can feel the energy. Like Arkansas, I felt the energy. South Florida, I felt the energy. But there's some games where the energy is not there, and I'm like, I wonder what this looks like on TV.
Yes.
As fans, I don't know if you've ever thought about that, where you just like, dang, like, you know, there's some crowds where you just get swept away by like games and stuff, and you just like normally you don't say these things. You know, I've looked up before at a Grizzlies basketball game and saw the lady in marketing at a Fortune 500 company losing her damn mind saying, "Whoop that trick." And I'm like, whoa.
Yes.
Look what basketball do.
Look at this.
But that
Thank you
energy,
yeah. No, I think that is such a good point. And for me, like, I am a sucker for the in-game environment. Like, anytime I have the opportunity to go to a game, especially a big game, I enjoy going because I love the energy. Like, there is nothing like being at a Final Four or a national championship game. But do I watch those games in the same way as if I'm watching them at home? Like, no, I'm able to watch the actual game better when I'm at home.
Yes.
So that's a complicated give and take, but I would always be fine giving away actually watching the game from a more TV show element. I'm watching the sport play out. I'm watching the game. I'm watching the more analytical side of it versus just getting swept away. If it's at a basketball game, singing "Whoop That Trick" with the Fortune 500 company woman. If it's at a random football game, becoming a part of that fan base if you're there for a day. Like, I genuinely love the energy that comes from being in the building for a big game. For all games, but especially one that's built as a big game.
Yes. And again,
do you have a game that stands out from like coming to Memphis? Oh, let me hear it. I was
going to tell you my favorite Memphis game of all time produced my favorite player of all time, and that's Antonio Gibson.
Memphis SMU.
Yes. It was unbelievable how he just said, "Hey, coach, I got this." And he had it. He had it. Yes, that is my favorite Memphis game of all time. And that's with me playing in them, not playing in them, because of what was on the line. You was getting good against good, iron versus iron, and he proved that he belonged.
Cincinnati, the Memphis-Cincinnati championship game. Didn't that
I
one?
think that might have been the one he was.
That one started.
When
that
I
one
hear
started
Antonio
off,
Gibson, I think Memphis SMU, but I think DeAngelo was talking about
that one started off with the kick return for a touchdown.
Yes.
Didn't it?
Yes.
So where we were sitting, you could see it. Oh, if you knew what you were looking for, you could see the hole in the return. And I turned to my wife, and everybody's up there excited. It's conference championship. I think they had played Cincinnati the week before, if I remember correctly. And I see it, and I'm up, and I'm like, oh, it's a touchdown. Before he touches it, I'm like, oh, it's a touchdown. And he gets it, and he runs it all the way back. And the lady beside my wife heard me say that, and she's like, yo, how did you see that? I was like, well, look, you gotta look at the alleys. They weren't disciplined in their coverage, first off. He got them, and then from that point on, it was all Memphis, just straight belt to ass.
Those games all blur together because we all just did this. So Memphis SMU was the college game day night game.
Yes.
Antonio Gibson had like the huge, I think it was like a pass, catch, and run, and that was his like breakout moment. Then it was Memphis-Cincinnati regular season that starts with the kickoff return for the touchdown, the Chris Claybrooks, because I remember I was walking into the building and I missed it. Like, it was one of those and when you're working in local news, you're filming your own highlights. And so I'm like running to the sideline to try to get situated for the end of the Claybrooks run, and I didn't get it. And I was it wasn't a good thing. That's a really bad thing to miss. But that game ended up being so awesome. There were a million other plays, and it was fine. And then the championship game that DeAngelo is talking about was the game where, but Antonio Gibson had like 130 rushing yards and like 32 receiving yards and was just everywhere on the field. And they win that game and then ultimately get to have the opportunity to go to the Cotton Bowl. But that was a season. I mean, when you think back on why that season was so meaningful, not only is it because it like culminated in going to a New Year's Six Bowl and having the chance to play Penn State in the Cotton Bowl, but those games were awesome. Like every game that mattered was a banger.
Yeah, and here's what's crazy though. That was in. So I have a 1A and a 1B because my 1B game wouldn't even be the Cincinnati game. Like my second favorite player of all time. Sorry, Isaac Bruce, you're number 3. But my second favorite player of all time played wide receiver. Miller time, Anthony Miller. When they played the University of Ole Miss at home, when he went absolutely 8, I'm talking about it was number 15 versus like number 12 or 18 or something like that at the crib, and Anthony Miller. I was like, this dude, I was like, how was he a walk-on? And then you go back and you hear his story that, I was like, how does this guy, like, what do you mean he was a walk-on with this kind of talent? You don't, like, even if you had half this talent, you're going to get looked at.
That's one of my favorite road games because I didn't get to go to a lot of road games. We had a photographer who worked at Local 24 who was responsible for going with the team and shooting all the highlights because we had the coaches show. So like the Mike Norvell show was on Local 24 at the time, but he went on paternity leave and they needed someone to go. And so I went to the Memphis-Houston game in 2017, and that was the game where I think Memphis was down. They were down like 17-0 early in the third quarter, and the vibes were atrocious. And they came back and they won that game 42-38. They scored 42 points in the second half of that game. And Anthony Miller was just making insane catch after insane catch, extending plays. Like it was the Anthony Miller game. And like Tony Pollard was on the team then, and he was all over the place. Yeah. That game was so fun. And to steal a game, because that's obviously being in the home environment of a team can produce its own fun energy and memorable moments. But when you're on the road with a team that steals one from a fan base that thinks that they're on their way to an easy win, that feeling is exceptional.
Yeah. You're talking about you're talking about you being on the road, right? Because the Ole Miss game I'm talking about, we had them at home.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about Houston. I'm talking about a Houston game on the road, Houston 2017. Yeah, that Ole Miss game at home the crowd was unbelievable. What's your favorite? Go ahead.
I've been thinking about this, and I want you guys to answer. What do you think your favorite Memphis moment is across all sports? College, professional, doesn't matter, baseball. What is your top Memphis moment?
I have to say it's not Memphis, but it's surrounding area. DeSoto, are we counting DeSoto? Because I have to say I went to a River Kings game, DeAngelo, and it was incredible. Shut up. I did. It was fun. That's how we ended my bachelor party. We went to went to the River Kings.
As one does.
I threw the foamy puck onto the ice trying to make it in the bucket to win some money. I didn't hit it, but I did it. It was good stuff.
I think it's such an easy answer for someone who has lived here from 2016 until now. So like I miss the grit and grind years here in person. So I feel like most people have a story from those times that
I was in the building for the first first playoff win and first playoff series win. I was at the top. I was at the tippy top. I could touch the ceiling. Incredible.
Yeah. And that's yours, DeAngelo?
That's mine. Playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, I think, in the playoffs is what it was. They had passed out towels or whatever, and I think it was our first time there.
It was the Spurs, the Windy. They played
the Spurs.
The Spurs, the first one.
Sorry, yeah. Is that who it was? The Spurs. I could kind of see the uniforms, but
they did play the Thunder. They did play the Thunder in the playoffs. The first playoff. We're talking about the same one. The first playoff win and playoff series win was the Spurs. If that's the moment, but they did have some cool moments with the Thunder. But go ahead, D.
Yeah. Yeah, but that the energy, the whoop that trick, I mean, I remember like yelling at players and like players yelling back, not from our team, but from the opposing team, because like, yeah, it was always like, yeah, Zach Randolph, you get down there, you on that island, you can't stop it. Yeah, lefty. Like we would just like yell at other fans and stuff. I mean, like it was amazing because we can back up all the shit talk, right? Like now you say something now and it's like, okay, you on suspension or something. You're like, whoa, what happened to the grit and grind time? What you mean we can't do what we used to do? This is Memphis. Like, what do you mean I can't say like, hey, I need some more help here with the team? I need more help. You get mad at me and now I'm on the trading block? It's crazy. People are just getting sensitive these days.
Ja's game winner against the Timberwolves was dope.
That was insane.
So if I'm doing this legit, it's first playoff series win, then it's first playoff win, then it is that moment from Ja, the game winner against the Timberwolves. And then I gotta go with Zach Randolph choking the hell out of Blake Griffin for no reason other than pure hate. And then Tony Allen popping his collar as he throws the headband into the crowd, leaving the court after getting ejected, right? Like that's what it is.
My very random one that doesn't have any stakes tied to it, because oftentimes like your best days, best sports memories have serious meaning. When the Grizzlies beat the Oklahoma City Thunder by 73 points.
Oh.
That was one of the most absurd things that I've witnessed in person. Like they scored 152 points in that game. And I think everybody who played scored a lot.
Were we doing the wave at one point?
Yes.
Okay.
The wave, whoop that trick came. Like I still have the box score on my desk. Like I don't keep box scores, but Eric Hasseltine told me, he's like, "This is one you want to keep." And I'm like, honestly, yeah, you're right, because I don't ever want to forget this. This is insane.
Can I tell y'all a funny, random, quick NBA story real quick? So my favorite moment of NBA or watching a live televised game, my best friend held up a basketball game because they kicked him out on the sideline.
Oh.
What?
What was he doing?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, they kicked him out.
So his name is Romeo. So Romeo, if you're seeing that they kicked him out. So he was yelling at he was yelling at the ref and he was cussing out the ref and stuff. So they kicked him out and like he was like, "Oh no, I'm good." And he sat down. He was like, "Oh no, you got to go." And he was like, "No, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm not gonna say anything else." He was like, "No, you gotta go." So they held up the game until they escorted them out, and it was on TV. And so I'm like watching TV, like watching for the game, and I'm like, "Man, I'm not going." And then like I scroll and I lock in, and I'm like, "Oh, they kicking them out." What? So I'm calling them now, I'm like, answer the phone, because he was on TV. Funniest thing ever. Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's documented.
That's something I don't know how I'd feel getting kicked out of a sporting event.
I would never show my face again.
I paid all that money to get in here. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's a lot like showing up to work and then getting fired. You know, like you knew you was gonna fire me before I came in. You could have let me know I wasn't gonna come in. I was gonna be let go, and I wouldn't have come in. That's happened. That's happened to me a couple of times where I worked a full shift, and then they're like, "Hey, don't come back no more." It's like, wait, why you let me work a whole shift then?
Rude.
You knew I was you were firing me.
But you got paid for that whole shift. You got paid for that whole shift.
I would have taken stuff. DeAngelo, I would have taken stuff. I would have taken stuff had I known.
That's rude.
I was not prepared.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. And this is unrelated, and I just wanted to make sure this is Rip stories, okay? So I just say that because I just saw him. He's mad at his chiropractor right now because she used to do at-home visits and she stopped doing at-home visits because she got a boyfriend. And he was like, "I've been with her for 28 years and we ain't never," and he was like, "I can't believe she just up," and so he mad at her and he had cut her off, blocked her, like don't want to talk to her now and all this. And I'm like, yeah. Like I'm like, "Bro, what do you mean?" He was like, I was like, "She is good." He was like, "No, you ain't gonna do me like that. Our relationship is more, and I was here before he was." And I'm like, "But that's a different relationship. That's not even the same relationship." He was like, "She the only one to know how to do it the way I needed to do it." He was like, "I used to," and this is what got me. And I'm like, dude, I think you overreacted. He was like, I used to go 3 times a week. And I'm like, okay, well, how much did you pay? He was like, I paid her $20. And I go, oh, that's why you mad. Who giving chiropractic services for $20?
Who's doing at-home chiropractic services for $20?
Who's trusting somebody to do chiropractic at-home services for $20?
So look though. So when he said that, I go, for 28 years? $20 for 28 years. I was like, and you sure it was just her being a chiropractor?
Ain't no way.
No.
That's a tough one.
Ain't no way.
That's a tough one.
Even if it was more, DeAngelo, even if it was more than 20, even if it was $20 and more was maybe possibly potentially happening. Like I don't know, because been married for a while now, but I hear inflation has hit that market as well. The tariffs have come in hard on that market as well. So like it can't just be he's lying. Somebody is lying.
I said, right. So I said for real. He was like, yeah. And then he goes, I took care of it for years. And I was like, obviously. I mean, $20. He goes, yeah, whenever she had something break in her house, he'd go fix it and only charge her what it cost him. The labor was free. It was just on him. So it was like an exchange of goods type thing. But
yeah, they're exchanging some goods.
Goods have been exchanged.
She's bringing a box. He's bringing a sausage. They're exchanging goods.
I'm gonna leave it right there for this week, DeAngelo. Appreciate it greatly.
$20 for chiropractic.
There's no way.
You know better
that.
than that.
When he said that, I said the same thing. I said,
you know better.
$20.
You're smarter than that.
You know better. We all know better.
We all know. We all know better.
That's why her boyfriend don't want her going over there anymore.
DeAngelo, have a wonderful rest of your day at the farm. We'll see you next week.
$20. Man, that ain't cost $20 since the 1920s. What are we talking about? Get out of here. $20 for an at-home chiropractor?
Don't worry, the work is free. It's just the cost to come over.
Okay.
In this economy?
Aren't there tariffs on nails? I know manicured nails has gone up.
Don't even. You will see all season. These will grow out to as long as I can get by with before I have to go get another fresh paint coat. And they're probably killing me too, because they determined overseas that the gel that we use in America isn't safe enough to use, but we're still using it. Every time
So she's putting her life on the line, getting nails and getting dolled up.
Yes.
No, ain't no way.
Yes.
Ain't no way chiropractic.
Also, my favorite Memphis sports moment, because I never said it, is College Game Day.
Okay.
For everything that it represented, because it was 2019. Times were good. Downtown was rolling. Ja and Jaren were there representing the future of the Grizzlies. Like, Ja had he'd had at least one 30-point game at that point. My favorite part was walking in with Jarvis Greer, and it was like the parting of the blue sea for Jarvis because he had to get to the front. And everyone's like, Jarvo! And I was like, wow, this man could be the mayor. If you put Jarvis Greer on a ballot tomorrow, he'd get a lot of votes.
He's going to be here today.
For the beat.
For the beat. Grizz beat. 3 o'clock.
All right.
Be there, be square.
Yeah. You were having my feelings about be there or be square, because I'll always just say be there, be square. And you were like, that takes away from the point of the statement. So now I realized, 1, I say be there, be square way too often in my daily life. And 2, it should be there or be square.
Why do we say that?
It's a great question. I'll find out, along with finding out why Tom Brady cloned his dog.
Because if you're not there, you're not around.
Wow. The more you know.
I don't know. That might not be the case.
It has to be the case.
It's got to be, doesn't it?
I'll let you know if it's the case.
Right.
We'll come back. We'll do WTF, clone dogs, other stories after a quick break.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Now that's the new edition way.
But I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you. Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat. MJ, how can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Welcome back. For the record, be there or be square has nothing to do with being around, and everything to do with square is just being a loser. So be there or be a loser. Be lame. Be out of touch. Yeah. Speaking of out of touch. The only thing that could upstage the NFL trade deadline was Tom Brady. Tom Brady saying that he cloned his dog. It had like a little lip troll thing going on there. Tom Brady cloned his dog. Yes, that is a real headline. Tom Brady's current dog, Junie, is a clone of his late dog, Lua. Lua died in December 2023, so his new dog is a clone. Why would Tom Brady clone his dog? Bigger question, why would we find out that Tom Brady cloned his dog yesterday? Well, interesting you should ask, because Colossal Biosciences, which is a biotech company that Brady is an investor in, was responsible for the clone. And let's follow the money on this story, because Colossal Biosciences announced that they acquired another biotech company yesterday, Viagen Pets and Equine. Viagen is the company that did Barbra Streisand and Paris Hilton's dog clones notoriously, and they are the company that's working on the de-extinction of different species, like the dire wolf project that we talked about earlier this year. They're trying to bring back dodo birds. But you are a dodo bird if you think this is cool or normal or the way of the future. What are we doing? Also, Tom Brady is still sipping that sweet supervillain juice. Like, he has just gone from being one of the greatest athletes that we have ever seen to being one of those rich weirdo supervillains. You're cloning your dog.
Wasn't he also a rich weirdo supervillain
but it's gotten
while
worse.
he was a athlete? Like, he retired a villain.
Yeah, but now he's a supervillain.
Okay, all right.
Maybe Tom Brady doesn't age because he's just replacing himself with a clone every month. Like, there is a non-zero chance that there is a basement full of Tom Brady's, like the little kids in Weapons, all hanging out in the basement.
Spoiler.
Just waiting to come up.
And take off
Been
running.
out months.
Well, it just got to
Yeah, and
streaming.
someday they're all going to take off running on Bill Belichick.
Oh.
I mean, come on, man.
Listen.
Like, what are we doing? And too many people are okay with this.
I feel like I watched a documentary about this because this isn't just a ultra rich person thing. Like regular people are cloning their pets, and it's well why? If you clone the dog and you put the dog in a different environment, it's going to become a different dog. Because as much as we are what we are because of genetics, we're also the way that we are because of experience. And so if your pet is experiencing life differently because you're experiencing life differently, guess what? It's going to be a different dog, and you may as well just go and grab a dog from a shelter if that's the case. The documentary I saw was them, and I can't remember if it was a documentary or a news story, but what I saw was them cloning the dog and then putting that clone dog in the exact same environment that the original dog was in, even though they do not live in that sort of an environment anymore. It was one of the...
Was it the rehearsal episode?
Was it?
Where he does the dogs
Is
with
that-
the...
yes,
And the very...
there it is.
Because you're trying to recreate
There
an
it is.
environment and trying to help people plan for uncomfortable.
Yeah, there it
and it was
is.
the... Yes, I believe that was one of the episodes
It was.
of the rehearsal. Listen, I don't care if you could promise me that my dog, that little Tatty, is going to come back from the heavens and be the exact same dog that she always was and jump up on the counter and eat birthday cake and run in front of a car and get hit by a car because she loves chasing rabbits and eating rabbits, and that she's going to never want to go outside when it's cold and love walks on the beach and love peanut butter and love chicken. I don't want her back. I mean, of course, like deep down, I would love to have my dog back. I miss my dog. But that's the circle of life. Did none of us watch The Lion King? This is how life works. It is a circle in a hoop that never ends, but it comes with grief and happiness and love and death and all that makes up this existence.
You want the experience you had with the dog back, and getting another dog will gift you new experiences to have with new dog. It just will. I guess cloning anything is absurd. We should not be cloning anything at all.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
We've got literature about this. We've had philosophers debate this. We've got movies about this. They cloned dinosaurs, and guess what? Didn't go well.
No.
Every 2 or 3 years, one of them damn dinosaurs breaks out of the park and eats a whole bunch of people. Like, how many times are we gonna have to sit here and deal with this? Somebody in the chat said one day we're gonna look up and it's just gonna be a pterodactyl perched up on top of the pyramid, hunting people.
What's it going to do? Kick off the American mascot? The American conference mascot? Where's Soar the Eagle?
Where is Soar?
Yeah, where the hell did Soar go?
They got a commercial that has an eagle flying around, but that's the only time I've seen an eagle in the American.
Tremendous old commercial. I'm on nostalgia TikTok at the moment, and this guy gets old VHS tapes that are at flea markets and whatnot.
Careful.
Yes, and he has found many of those, but some of them are just really funny taped things. Like this was, I think it was Frank Sinatra's 75th birthday concert in the early 90s, and there's a UPS Christmas commercial that just randomly will cut to an eagle soaring through the sky, and it is... We don't make them like... Now we just have Coca-Cola doing AI commercials for another Christmas year. I'm like, we used to have character. We used to mean something.
We used to.
Commercials used to make me cry. Now they just make me cringe.
What commercial made you cry?
Those like Clydesdale commercials were
Oh,
always
come on.
something, you know? Or there'd be like... I'm trying to think of the most recent one that made me cry.
One of those Super Bowls, there was nothing but sad commercials.
Wasn't there a sad Folgers commercial?
Yeah, maybe 2020, maybe 2021. All of the commercials were sad.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope his dog, Lua, is having a time. I also don't even think it was his dog. I think it was his ex-wife's dog. I think it was Giselle's dog. Maybe it was their dog.
Maybe he's trying to get her back.
He's like, baby, I cloned this dog for you. I went down to the bottom of the ocean and I cloned this dog for you in the end.
For you.
And she's like, I'm still with my jiu-jitsu instructor. Are they still together, I wonder?
I don't know.
What a time. All right, next up. A real-life basketball team went down 72-0 yesterday before scoring their first points in the game. That just sounds like a humiliation ritual. Bethesda University's women's basketball team, they only had 5 players available because the rest of the team had the flu but they were down 72-0 in the third quarter when finally they scored their first points. If you were down 72-0 in a basketball game, would you walk out?
If I was down, I've been down like that before.
72-0.
You keep playing. What do you mean?
72-0.
We couldn't cross half court a couple of times when I played basketball. You just keep trying. You're just like, yo, we got to get one.
Well, they got a 3.
We got to get one. Let's get across half court and then figure it out from there. But yeah, I've been on the opposite side of ass whoopings like that. You just got to keep going.
I was on the other side of the ass whooping, and it was one of the most fun sporting moments of my entire life. It was a good time.
Who the hell did y'all beat like that?
It was a 3-on-3 summer league team, and we destroyed this team. We didn't like them.
Okay.
They were mean. Teach them a lesson.
They were
and
mean.
A lesson was learned.
They were mean,
and I
and
learned
they were
the lesson
bad?
because those girls all ended up being my future teammates and eventually friends, but it took us some time to get over that.
They were mean and that bad.
Yes.
How?
They were a dirty team.
Obviously not dirty
Threw
enough.
one of our players into the score table.
Oh, was that when y'all were up big?
No, that was in like a previous. That was when we were playing like 5-on-5
Okay.
in the normal fall, spring
And then
league.
so it carried over.
But
y'all
yeah, we
remembered it.
literally, like the way I remember, it cannot be as bad as I remember it, but I remember it being like 52-9, and it felt good.
we played YMCA basketball, so it's like young basketball. And shout out to Senior, one of the great little league coaches of all time. We beat a team, and their coach was like, "Hey, they're not better than y'all." And my dad heard that and got upset. And I think she was just doing coach speech, trying to motivate her group of 9, 10-year-olds. My dad heard that. We played them again in like 3 weeks. At practice, he's like, "Hey, check this out. If they don't score, we're not going to practice next week. We're just going to have a pizza party." And when I tell you we beat the hell out of that team didn't cross half court. And you know how it is at YMCA basketball. You got everybody from various levels of like skill. And so like I'm out there and I'm okay and can't really dribble, but we got dudes who can dribble and can shoot out there. But also we got the kid, ADHD. Right, Ritlin is this kid's friend. This kid is off in the clouds constantly. And everybody in unison was like, "Hey, pizza party, lock the F in, get them." And we were on them. And it was to the point to where the coach was like, "Hey, why don't we start like just running the clock and not playing?" Like, no, y'all gonna take this. Remember when you said we weren't better? She's like, "That's not how I meant it, sir." We had that pizza tasted delicious. It was awesome.
This was a real college basketball game.
And this is real.
Do you remember?
Wait, what level is this though? Like how real of a college basketball game is this?
Bethesda University.
You say that like I know whether or not Bethesda is D1 or D2 or D3. That
It's
might
a private
be NAIA.
Christian university in Anaheim, California.
Is that NAIA? That might be
It's
NAIA.
NCCAA, National Christian Collegiate
Okay, all
Athletic
right.
Association. It
All
is
right.
not very Christian to go
All
up
right.
72-0. At some point, you give a bucket.
Didn't we have one of these on the men's side
I
last
think we
year?
did.
We had one team have a couple of these on the
Do you
men's
know
side
who
last year.
coaches? You don't. I'm going to tell you who coaches this team. Do you remember Julian Newman?
No.
Jacob, do you remember Julian Newman? He was like this child prodigy, and you would see he was all over YouTube for a long time. He was this like short kid, 5th, 6th grade. They dubbed him "Is this the best 5th grader of all time? Is this the best 6th grader of all
Basketball
time?"
player?
Basketball player who would go up against like high school kids who were significant. I mean, he was like 4'8" on the court against guys who were borderline 6 feet at that point. And he would cross them up. He would hit these crazy half-court shots. He would hit these deep threes, and he was just really good. And then he never really grew and kind of just disappeared off the face of this planet. But I guess he's also at Bethesda University, and his dad is the coach of the women's team at Bethesda University and was the coach of that team down 72-0. It was a big comeback around for the Chronically Online one-time big like hoops highlights watchers of the YouTube universe. But alas, sometimes we just don't grow and reach our full potential on the court. I understand. Happens to the best of us. Next up, Stephen A. Smith is hosting an inaugural World Solitaire Championship, and if you are chronically online or even a little bit online, you've probably seen an ad for it.
You sound upset.
Because I've seen it 100 times. First ever World Solitaire Championship. You want to know what solitaire is supposed to be?
A solo
solitaire.
Sport. Alone. Why are we doing this with people?
Meaning alone. Meaning by yourself. Meaning the little game that you would play on your grandma's solitaire machine while you waited in line for a doctor's appointment.
The game you play on your phone while you're at the NBA Finals.
Or if you're Stephen A. Smith. Do we think it was an ad when he did it at the NBA Finals? Do we think it's a long game?
No.
You think he got it because he was caught playing solitaire?
Yeah.
I'm so pessimistic at this point, and so take the Tom Brady cloned his dog story. I am convinced everything is an ad, and we're just being sold things. And so when we all got mad about, when was the last time you had thought about solitaire? And then you're kind of mad that Stephen A. Smith is playing solitaire during the NBA Finals, and you're thinking about solitaire, and now they have this solitaire championship.
Think about solitaire the way most Americans do every day at work when I'm trying to waste time.
Is that still your game of choice?
I cycle through.
That was huge. I mean, I was an only child. I played a lot of solitaire as a young tot.
We got the phones and the computers now, so I'll cycle through, Connect 4 against a computer, chess, checkers, solitaire, spades. Like those are my 5 when it's like, oh, is anybody around? Nope. Pull it out on the computer. Let's get it going.
I loved when on the computer you could change your card deck color.
Oh, yeah.
The themes. There was like a tropical one that I had palm trees on it. I still think about it to this day. Anyway, enjoy the inaugural World Solitaire Championship.
Why you sound so sad?
Where is it? I don't even
Miami.
Of course it is.
You sound exasperated.
I am exasperated.
All right. Hang in there. Maybe go home and play a little solitaire.
He makes $100 million. Fine. But I wonder what the solitaire deal is on top of it all.
Yeah, it's not nothing. I know that.
Can you tell me the update on the monkeys that escaped? Because I know you've been waiting for it.
So, this lady is asleep upstairs. Her 16-year-old child comes into the room. She's in Mississippi somewhere. I can't remember wherever she is. He's like, hey, Ma, wake up. She's like, what? Why are you bothering me? I'm asleep. He's like, hey, I think a monkey is in the backyard. She said, what? Is it the disease, mother effer? He's like, yeah, I think so. She grabs the gun. I'm going to say Glock, but I don't know what it is. So she grabs it. She gets the heat. She walks outside. She sees the monkey. She calls the authorities. They say, hey, just keep an eye on it. We're on our way. If it goes off into the woods somewhere, if it goes off someplace, just tell us the direction that it goes. And she is, well, okay, I'm not doing that because my children live here. This monkey might have mutant powers. It's obviously diseased. Tulane says it's not disease, it's not contagious, but I don't believe them. So what does she do? Fires a shot at it. Bow. The monkey just stands there and looks at her. She has to shoot it a second time before the monkey dies. So one of the 3 monkeys has been capped. I don't know if they got the other 2 yet. She feared for her children's safety. As well you should.
Wow.
You walk into the backyard and you see one of the diseased monkeys. Like, you gotta...
Was the monkey, like, in pain? Was the monkey just chilling? Like,
monkey was just there.
This is my honest first thought. I feel like it'd be pretty hard to shoot a monkey.
She did it. No, everybody
I had a
got
really
guns
horrible dream that Chris murdered someone last night, and then he got caught and he went to jail, and I was just not meant to be a prison wife. And it just came back to me.
You gotta leave him immediately, right? Just, hey.
I was staying with him. I thought I could get him. I thought if I showed the world that I loved him enough, he could get out of jail. It was the stupidest dream. And I'd wake up and I'd fall. You know when you have those dreams that extend the whole night?
Yeah.
Like you wake up and you're like, phew, that was a horrible dream. I'm glad I can end that. And then you fall back asleep and you're right back in it. And you're like, oh God, no, I'm trapped again. And then I woke up again and I was like, all right, at this point, it's like 3:30 in the morning. I've got an hour left to sleep. Maybe I'll just get a nice little relaxation shut eye. And the last portion of my dream is when they finally got him. Like he was on the run, trying to figure out, trying to like justify it, like Robin Hood style, like it was a bad dude, like Dexter.
Oh.
Like, yeah, he was like protecting. I was like, well, why wouldn't it just be self-defense? He's like, well, at this point, I've covered it up. It was a lot. Anyway, back to the monkey who was shot. I forgot about that.
What a dream.
It was horrible.
Does he know about this dream?
No.
Right.
And it's too late in the show. He's at work at this point. He always misses our last half hour. And I'll be like, remember when CJ and I talked about this? And he's like, no. I do not. Thanks, Jessica. All right, last but not least, Matt Brown has a website called Extra Points MB, which is a newsletter and website focused on off-the-field college football storylines that might be of interest. And many people were excited because he decided to pursue finding out how much money schools are making on selling alcohol at football games, both in raw numbers and per capita. And so what he did was he sent open records requests to 45 public institutions at the start of October, asking for total alcohol unit sales numbers for home games across August and September, as well as the total revenue. Some schools were not able to share the data because they don't control their own concession stands. It could be because the stadium owners control concessions, like UCLA with the Rose Bowl or South Florida at their stadium, or concession sales and operations have been completely outsourced. Other schools like Ohio State are only able to run numbers at the end of the season. A few schools like Memphis and Purdue declined to share data at all. So Memphis did not want to be a part of this project. If you had to get, don't look at the list. If you had to guess which school sells the most alcohol, and it might not be the most, this is just based on the 45 schools that he went to. So you don't know what the pool is, but I'm just curious what your guess would be for the most sales.
All right. I'll try and go top 5 for you here. I'll go Arizona State 1, Ole Miss 2. I'll go UGA 3, Clemson 4, Ohio State 5. That would be my just random, not random, but that would be my top 5 if we had all of the information.
I don't think any of those are on this list.
Get out of here.
And this list is actually wrong. There was an important update that I'm seeing now as I'm on the actual website. But this was the list that was posted a lot. It also gets cold. You have to be somewhere where it gets really cold. So if you want to go to the football game, I would have thought Iowa would have been top 5 as well. They accidentally doubled the numbers on Wisconsin. So Wisconsin is actually they're at number 7 on the actual list. But everything else is as follows. So Tennessee is number 2.
Okay.
Nebraska is number 1. LSU is number 3.
Okay.
Minnesota is number 4. And your Michigan Wolverines, a formidable number 5. And then Indiana, and then West Virginia, and then Wisconsin, and then Kentucky, Illinois, Michigan State. What I notice is the Big Ten, it might just mean more in the SEC, but the Big Ten is really carrying the alcohol sales torch, which, again, it gets cold. This is to be expected.
And I think the SEC does a better job of the tailgate.
So it's outside.
Yeah, so I think most of the consumption is outside.
Interesting.
Right, because I find it hard to believe that Indiana is drinking more on a game day than what's going on in the Grove. Right, like I find it hard.
Also, we have to think about recency bias. Indiana right now is one of the best teams in the country. So this isn't your grandfather's Indiana.
Still, it's the Grove, though.
I think a lot of Lane Kiffin has complained about the student section this season in Oxford. Are they not drinking enough in the stadium? If Ole Miss loses Lane Kiffin, is it because of
they're
this
not
list?
drinking enough in the stadium?
Yeah.
I think they're doing all right. Yeah, it is.
Shout out Ball State getting in there.
It is a bunch of cold weather teams.
Yes.
You know, Toledo,
the Midwest.
Central Michigan, Bowling Green. Shout out to Derek over there in the GCM
Miami
studios.
University,
Miami.
which is Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them.
A lot of the directional Michigans.
Yeah, so there's something going on with this list.
The only American school.
Temple?
North Texas.
Ah.
The Mean Green.
All right.
Yeah, USC. We're private, so we wouldn't be on that list. We never make any of the fun lists because we keep everything private.
But you got a chance.
Do we? The college football playoff says yes. I say no. Do the Grizzlies have a chance tonight against the Houston Rockets?
Show up and find out.
There's always a chance. I said it yesterday. What if it all works out? That's my new phrase. What if it all works out? Chris has been trying to get me to say this for 5 years now, as a mantra.
Oh.
Instead of me in my brain, what if Chris murders someone and goes to jail and everything? What if it all works out?
Well, if you murder somebody and it works out.
No.
We're a better place because of it.
Is that my version of we could be homeless?
I guess so.
What if your husband accidentally murdered someone and it all works out?
It could always be worse.
It could always be
You
worse.
say Chris would never. He's threatened my life more than a few times.
Well, was it deserved? Probably. Have you met CJ? I'm trying to think of the last thing you did to really...
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
It's
You're
been-
due.
Yeah,
Due
I
factor.
am.
Grizzlies are due for a win. We will see everybody out at FedEx Forum tonight for Grizzlies Rockets. Pre-game festivities start at 6 o'clock with the warm-up show on Grind City Media, the warm-up show, or the pre-game show, on FanDuel Sports Southeast with Pete Pranica. Brother night, Rob Fisher will have the radio pre-game show starting at 6:30 on 92.9 ESPN, and then Eric Castleton on the call there. We'll have tonight's double post show as well. God, I forgot.
Are you all right?
Never forget DP.
It's a lot of stuff going on, man.
Is it?
Listen, DP can be a handful.
And we'll see if tomorrow we have highlights in the morning. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. We'll see y'all there. Bye.